Of course, I'm still ruminating because that part of my brain was triggered with me going to therapy this morning. I'm now remembering, and I'm like standing here just talking. I'm thinking to myself, why am I wasting this content? Let me hit record. It's 10 to 4. The last time we spoke was 1 p.m. And before that, we talked at 8 something to 9 a.m. So at this point, we're doing 3-hour intervals, more or less. So I did do some work, and I just finished. I was thinking about principal in boarding school who didn't like me. And I actually just realized, because I was in boarding school for 5 years, from 88 up until 92. In 1990, my brother joined the school. And he actually joined in my grade. This is the first time and the only time in my life that I was in the same grade as a family member. So we're in the same grade and same class. I always sat in front. This time, he got to class first. He was always early, just like such a punctual person. I feel like there's another word for it. So now I just want to ask like Siri or somebody, what's the synonym of punctual? He came and so apparently he got to school before me. This is his first day, and he sat in the front seat with a girl, and then I sat right behind. Oh my gosh, I wonder if he knows that girl is on Facebook, because he's very much on Facebook nowadays. I want to ask him. I don't think that has come up. So he sat in front and I was sitting behind him. And I think this was the first grade, the first time that the principal was my teacher, actually. I just had that realization now. All I know is that whenever I think about that school, I think about the principal hating my guts. That's it. I hardly ever even think about the fact that my brother went to that school at some point. So she really showed me her disdain for me, and it was crazy because was it really the first time? Or how could I have known? I'm trying to figure out how I could have known that she didn't like me before that. Because I feel like everyone in my family just knows it's a going thing that she didn't like me. Everybody knows that. It must have been because first year there, she didn't teach me. Yes, she was principal. Was she principal? Yeah, I only had one principal, her. How lucky. And there was no I don't remember interacting with her until that grade, actually. So she would come into class as usual. Everybody stands and blah, blah, blah. She carried a briefcase. So she had all her class supplies. And of course, there was that corporal punishment where you beat the shit out of the students. So she had a whip that she used. It was short, it fit into her briefcase. And she would start from the first one in class all the way until the last one. Where did these people get this fucking energy from, honestly? Like, could you imagine the whiplash, no pun intended, the tennis elbow, the whip elbow, like, and the wrist, and the all the joints, the shoulder from doing that out of the whole class. She would start from the beginning, but she would skip my brother and start from me, and then go all the way to the end, and then come back and say she skipped me and then beat me once more. I need to mention this to my therapist. Like, are you kidding? What the fuck are you doing? How did you miss? Like, what? And she beat me again. And what the whip did, because it's whippy, it will go around and get you in the back of your hand as well. Is it the front of the hand or the back of the hand? Anyway, so they're hitting you in the palm of your hand and you hit the back, the brown side. For me, I don't know what color you are. So, yeah, I was like, all right, this is crazy. I'm not somebody who likes to like argue and be like, confront somebody. No, but you already, but everyone in class would speak up like, no, you already, because they thought it was so preposterous. Who does that? You're doing it in order. You started from the first, well, you started from the second one in this case. How are you going all the way back just for one more person? I was like, this system is rigged. I think probably that was the first time that I was like, what is the deal with this lady? I think she did it more than once. She would just do weird shit like that made me feel like, whoa. And just like pick on me and like punish me and be really lovey-dovey to my brother. I was like, what the fuck? It was so crazy. And then, of course, we won't go into the details of the rest of my interactions with her because my brother was only in that school that 1 year. There was a riot in the school, boycott, whatever, that was started by the boys because they were not standing for the bullshit. And then I guess they were fired or expelled. I can't remember all the details because it's stuff that I don't think about. Avoidance, right? And I was thinking, there you go. There's your boyfriend leaving with everybody. And then the next year I was still there, still sitting in the front seat, still acing her classes, top of my class, like, fuck you, bitch. I was still getting fucking punished. Not being rewarded at all. I have to mention, though, that, this is what triggered this. I found a book. I keep blaming the therapy session. Well, partly maybe it is, I don't know. But really what triggered this is that I'm unpacking, and there is a lot to unpack. The stuff that I brought back with me from Laughlin, I returned yesterday from a vacation there. And I went thrifting. It just happened. It just so happened during one of my walks. Then my only walk. Sorry, I'm still stuck on that. And they had books there, so I just scoured through the book section. You know what? I realized something. I don't know if it... that while I was out there shopping, I realized whenever... Maybe it's part of my anxiety. Whenever I go to the store to buy whatever, I cannot wait to get the fuck out. Can I just get what I came here for and leave? I want to be that person who has been in the store for hours. If I feel like I've been at a place for too long, I'll be like, oh my God, I gotta get out of here. I would say it out loud. I don't care. And the older I get, I really don't care. Like I would literally talk to myself and wherever. I couldn't be bothered. I don't care how many people are around me. I'm just talking in whichever language my brain decides to use. I speak a couple of a few. So, and a lot of people who catch me, I'll be like, oh, sorry, I'm talking to myself or whatever. Nobody has ever looked at me funny, like I'm crazy or whatever. Everyone's just so understanding, like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Like I do it too or whatever. There's a lot of kindness in this world and understanding, actually, thank God. So, while I was in there, I was like, oh, they have me a lot of things. I thought, oh, I'm not going through. People who do what I do, I know I'm starting a third story now. People who do what I do, which is to flip clothes online or whatever it is that you're flipping. Did I really not? Anyway. Part of the job is to go, thrifting, go to yard sales. I couldn't be bothered. I'm not trying to freaking go to a yard sale. Are you kidding me? Can you imagine? Like I'm going to these yard sales and catching and shopping. I literally just had that realization during this trip. And somebody told me about there's a store that's closing, has a closing sale, 75% off. I got so excited. And then I thought, I'm not fucking going there. And now I gotta go there and be like, oh, this should sell. This is great. First of all, I'm not really shopping right now, but I did buy a bunch of things at this thrift store. Totally felt underappreciated. She even I tried to get a discount, and then she tried to get a discount back from me. I thought, fuck you, bitch. I was like, is that fine? Is it fine if she continues to overcharge me for a thing that I caught her overcharging me on? No, bitch, it's not fine, first of all, period. Secondly, I already asked for a discount because I'm buying so many things, and you didn't refuse. You just didn't give it to me. So basically, you refused. Now you want me to give you a discount? Fuck off. Are you joking? It's probably one of the things, like, I just continue to feel underappreciated at these stores that I spend a ton of money at. Like, I buy a shitload of things. I bought, just roughly counting, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. More than 15 shirts and pants and books and other things. This is the kind of person that you can't give me $1 off. Like, fuck off, dude. And you want me to give you what? You still want to overcharge me? Thank God I caught her ass. I think she's trying to imply, I was going to say Indo-Yoruba, which is my language. I think she's trying to imply that I must have put that sticker there. But when did I put the sticker on a thing that you actually keep behind the counter? But I found this one not behind the counter. You're the only one that works here, and you didn't hand it to me because I already talked to you about the prices, and you confirmed them to me. Then I happened to find this with a price stack on it. So what are you fucking talking about? And you're telling me they're $3. This thing is $1. She's telling me they're $3. Actually, I saw another one for $2, but I only took the one for $1. So what are we doing? Anyway, sorry, we'll wrap that part of the story up. Yeah, when I was walking around there, I thought to myself, okay, when I'm not tired, I'll go back to the other store that's closing, and then I'll go to the other. And I thought, nah. No. And I'm so trusting of my gut feeling that I trust that when I go into a store, I'm going to be guided to the things that I need, that I should buy. And then, hold on. Then, this is too sweet. Then I'll just buy those things. Anything that I didn't find, if my gut feeling or my spirit didn't guide me towards that, that's too bad. I am not going to walk into a store and go aisle by aisle. No, ma'am, Pam. Do you know, I hardly ever look at the grocery list when I go grocery shopping. I do tend to eat the same things that I've been eating for the last 10 or more years, so that helps. But even so, I know roughly, and I have a good memory, an exceptionally good memory. And once I write something down, I remember it even better. And I write a lot. So if I've written down things, I'll remember them. But I do try to make it a point, because I live far from town. I do try to go over the shopping list, and just to make sure that I get everything. Usually there'll be 1 or 2 more things. And if it's on the other end of the store that I already went to, I'm like, fuck it. I'll try to think of ways, like, can I order this online? Even though I'm still in the store. But, yeah, I really realized this time, I was like, you know what? Shopping is not for me. I know that I am the kind of person that if I do go to a mall for whatever reason, growing up, I used to hear people, not just growing up, but like when I was younger, I used to hear people saying, like, if they leave the house, they're going to come back having bought something. And now people are always ordering things online, doing impulse buys. Not me. I am not an impulse buyer. I'm just not a buyer or a spender of any kind, really. And just while on the subject, a guy I knew back in the day, he once said to me, he noticed that I'm cheap, like I'm frugal. He said, you are cheap. Like you will buy store brands on like groceries and whatever. And he says, but then you'll buy a great condition used car, cash. When, I could have chipped out. Like, why would you chip out on a car? That's ridiculous. And I remember I spent a big deal of money on the biggest TV that they had, that I knew of at the time. Now TVs are just like the size of the wall. So it was still big though, like if you compare it to a lot of TVs. So when I bought that, I buy my things cash. It's, who cares? I know there's an opportunity cost. I don't care. I'm proud of that. The house that I live in, I bought it cash too. And I'm proud of that. So I don't care what, people's financial advisors told them and all the things that they know. But they're not financially they're not doing as good as I'm doing financially. And I'm not doing that great, but I'm just saying, I don't care what you know. So I bought, so this guy that I knew then, he said, you see, look at this TV. This is a great TV. And you bought it, and it's expensive, and you bought it cash. I was like, why not? Shit. And he saw like a few of the things that I had. I had like some good quality designer things that I bought cash. And then I would have like clothing from the Chinese store. Then I would have like real good shoes and bags. Like, it made me reflect, because I wasn't even thinking about that. I used to just think, okay, I need to get a car, so I'm going to get a good car. Duh. And I used to think, okay, I need a house. So I was living in my first home that I bought then. I was paying a mortgage. But, I had a nice place, and it wasn't super high rise, but for my town at the time, it was one of the taller buildings, real great location. It was move-in ready. So he was like, look, you bought your own home, you own these things, and you're eating cheap shit. I'm thinking, maybe that's why I'm able to buy the things that are more important. It's like a prioritization scale for me. But it was nice that he made that comment, because it was a compliment. It made me really reflect and be like, oh, yeah. Actually, we met online, right, this guy and I, and he was living overseas. It's a catfish story waiting to happen. And we were dating, and it was great online and whatever. And I think a birthday of mine was coming up, and he wanted to know what I wanted. I told him, hey, there's this couch that I really love. I love a good couch. I had a living room set that was like animal print, which I thought was so cute. I had really nice wooden floors. So that animal print, kind of golden black couches. It was so fun. So I was like, this nice couch that's like a futon. It was like beige. So it would add, to having a nice couch and a spare thing for guests and whatever. And he sent me the money for it. How catfishy, right? And then I think I sent him a photo or a video talking. I don't think we video talked. I don't know. We did exchange a lot of like material. But when he did come to my place, the couch was there and he loved it. So yeah, that's nice. I can imagine. He probably was like, oof, I don't know what's going on here. Turned out he was the fraud and the catfish after all. Yeah, he was not single, whatever. And he was still with his girlfriend from overseas, and they got married, but whatever, dude. Oh, these fucking stories. They all have the same ending. That's probably why like my family will be like, oh gosh, you and these relationships, it always ends the same way. So, and I realized, they don't want to hear it. So, and did I say everything I wanted to say? Yeah, the book that I bought while I was out there, it's a magic book, and it reminded me when I was in school, boarding school, with the principal who hated my butt. Not the deputy principal who hated me in the next school, in high school. So everyone was going, and I was so excited because I love to read. I was like, oh my gosh, this is my territory. I didn't even know we had this little library. It's like a small little library section in her office or whatever, just like a special thing that she was doing. Actually, I don't even think it was a whole grade. I think it was just a few of us. They used to do this thing, which is so, like, what's the opposite of inclusive? I feel like exclusive means something else. They used to do this thing that I feel like that wouldn't fly right now in 2024, and pick a few students, like the smartest ones, like top of the class, that is not inclusive at all. And you would have these privileges of doing certain things. Can you imagine? That is so bad. I feel bad for those students now, in hindsight. I haven't thought about that in forever. I was in a chess class because we could go and learn chess because we were smart. So a few of us, the smartest ones. Can you imagine? And I think it was just a few of us that were picked for this. So she said to me, there you go. I already picked a book for you. When I was going through the books, she said, oh, here's a magic book for you. I picked it. I think that you would love this. And your dad is a magician. My dad was a magician. I don't know if my dad had passed yet, but my dad passed the year that I started that school. But yeah, I thought, wow. I know she hates me. There's nothing I can do about that because there's no reason that she hates me. But when she did that, it really stuck with me because I have a good memory. No, because it made me feel like she knows me, like she understands me. And I don't know if I would choose that over being liked, but sometimes when somebody gets you and shows you that they do, it hits a certain kind of way that if they like you and they don't understand you, it may be like, you know what, I'll take the one who understands me. She's a jerk to me, but she knows me. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, of course you don't want somebody to be mean to you. Yeah, of course you want somebody to like you and treat you fairly, at least, and all those things. But yeah, when she did that, it really stuck with me. And that's why I thought about doing this recording now. And her, and she's been dead now for a while. She was already in her 60s when she hated me. So that was, and I was like 10, 12 or whatever. So, I mean, she would have been like 100 if she was still alive. People like that don't actually die. She probably really lived a long time. People like that don't die. They stick around and they torment people. And the people who are tormented, who are nice, those are the people who die. You can quote me on that. All right. I am in bed. Now it's 4 in the afternoon. I think it's fine. It's not a bad hour. This, in a few months, sorry that I'm doing all of this. In a few months when I don't want to get up now. I don't do my gratitude journal. I'm going to have to figure out another way to show my gratitude. In a few months, this will be a luxury to be this temperature right now. Yes, it's cold, but it's bearable now. I'm going to miss it in only a few months when it's 150 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, thanks for listening. At Wabala Brook on our socials.